Technology Minister Mmamoloko Kubayi-Ngubane joins us. Thanks so much, Minister. I think it is really a time for us to show off. Don't you agree?
Definitely. It's a time for us to show off. I mean, we've pulled it through.
Yeah.
And this is very exciting. We're joined by international community to say, you know, everybody's saying, South Africa, you did it. And this is just the beginning. We're going to go ahead with it because the meerkat is the precursor of the SKA and developing, I mean, as Rob was saying yesterday, the first dishes and the equipments are on site to proceed with the work. So, yeah. It's a very, very big day for us. It's a very exciting day, and I hope all South Africans are excited in what we have been able to do as Department of Science and Technology.
We're able to do a lot with this. I mean, this telescope is able to show us images that we've never seen before, and that tells people in South Africa and around the world just how good our technology is and just how good our scientists are.
Definitely. I mean, what we will be showing as we launch today is the first images. They've never existed. They are coming from South Africa. So scientists across the globe are looking forward to today, are looking forward to seeing what is coming out of the universe. And it's a historic day for astronomy and for the scientists, not only for South Africa, but for the world. But for ours, for them to have access to this facility, for our scientists to be able now to champion and lead in the discussion and in the discovery of the universe, it's priceless.
Yeah. So let's talk about the different programs that have benefited from this project. We're seeing science students now participating. We're seeing the community uplifted through this project as well. So apart from technology, it's doing much more.
It is doing much more. I mean, firstly, thinking about this is one of the areas, it's a remote community, Canovan, for example, that is just a few kilometers away from us. It's a community that many of us would possibly never have visited. But because of the SKA, now we are here, and it improves the tourism within this community, because even not only us today visiting, but more and more scientists are going to visit the site to come and do work. As I said yesterday as well, I was talking to some of the colleagues, is that it's not only researchers in astronomy, nature researchers are coming here so across the globe. Last month I was here. I met one of the scientists from US who said he didn't even know that South Africa existed before, when he had to start knowing about the SKN, and he was channeled to come here. So he was doing some research work here. So it tells you the community will be seeing more tourists and economic benefits. Secondly, in terms of the learners who are here, I mean, we've been able to come and build a road that we wouldn't have because of the project. Secondly, the learners who are coming from schools here, I mean, I expect in the coming years to see more and more learners out of Canovan doing maths and science because of the initiative of this project. Having to be in the community where you hear more and more about SKA, it increases awareness to young people about science and technology. But we've been able to take some of the students here to train them as Department of Science and Technology, incorporate them into the mainstream. Ordinarily, it wouldn't have done. We've gone to the community to contribute in maths and science. The researchers who are here, who know maths and science, have gone to support the schools here. And we've seen last year, for the first time, increase in number of maths and science past learners out of matric going to universities. We're supporting some of them into university. But another thing that we are doing, we're not doing it for only South Africa and the communities in Northern Cape. African children who are researchers have been able to benefit. We support them because we said when we bid for the SKA is that we're doing it on behalf of Africa. So we've been able to say out of the partner countries, Ghana, Kenya, Botswana, we've been able to find researchers and fund them through NRF as part of the project.
So big talk, big dishes, big question. What does it all cost?
We've contributed 3.2 billion as South Africa, and as well as other money coming from other partner countries. EU contributed, China, as well as other countries that are partners in the project. I think what we've been able to do, and which I'm proud of, we've not been able to have escalation of costs. We've spent within the budget, which is something that we must be proud of. I mean, many of the people know with government projects, we sometimes go escalation, they delay. We've delivered the project in time. within the allocated budget.
And you mentioned this yesterday. Of course, some people would say that that money could have been better spent, especially with poverty levels in South Africa. How do you respond to that?
I respond to saying that in order for us, because, with economic growth, you're contributing more into the GDP, you're contributing more into the fiscus. Now, we need to find mechanisms in South Africa to grow the economy. Science and technology, actually, in innovation, I mean, you can check your World Bank, you can check your IMF recommendations to South Africa in turning around the economy. They speak about innovation. They speak about your research and development. Check what China has been able to do. They're spending almost 2.5% of their GDP in research and development and innovation, and that's why today they're becoming a global competitor to US in terms of being #1 economy. So for me is to say to South Africans, this is an investment that you can't avoid. It's almost saying when you say don't invest in science and technology, like you're cutting your nose to spite your face, because the long term of it is more in terms of economy of the whole country, but development. Because in science and technology, we're finding solutions to the challenges of our society. We're finding solutions to be able to build better houses, to be able to build the infrastructure in toilets, sanitation, everywhere, education. Now, this is where you need to invest more. Yes, it's not something that you invest and see results today, because it's about long term. But 10 years to come, some of these projects that we are launching today will show that it was worthwhile an investment for this country.
So lastly, on a lighter note, I know the universe has been talking to us, many say, for years. We're finally trying to, getting some idea of what it's saying, seeing the images. What do you want other life forms to know about this country, this world?
Look, the universe is talking to us. It would be nice just to say South Africa is the best.